I like being on TV and on radio where I can speak to people. When you come to my show, you're gonna hear, I would say 95% adult sexual humor, but that is what makes you relax.
Sheryl Underwood, a familiar face in entertainment for more than 30 years, from daytime TV to movies, a force in the world of comedy, a space saturated by men. Sheryl is one of several mainstay hosts weekdays on The Talk and still tours the nation to get people laughing.
I'm the host and the headliner, but the reason I wanted to do that is most of the time when you go to a comedy show with women, it's an hour and a half of men ain't bleep. and I didn't want that. I want to be able to speak to some things that we wish men would stop doing.
Well, what is that?
Well, I would say this. For a lot of female comics, the men are, we have had bad relationships with men, right? Okay, so you're single?
Yes.
Okay, looking for a man? Ish. Tell me what you're looking for.
Oh gosh, it's exhausting. I don't even know at this point.
Okay, so we get on dating apps.
Yeah, no, we don't do that.
You know, it's my job to keep interviews on track. I promise I tried, but Sheryl wanted to dive into the hot topic of being single and dating, so that's where we went.
Or we get introduced by a friend.
Okay,
and
that's
we
the
think
best
he's
thing
okay.
to do.
Okay, if your vetting person, your gatekeeper,
Okay.
knows what you want,
Okay.
and is willing to put you with the right person, because I do believe in love at first sight.
You do?
Yes, I believe in it.
You kind of have a sparkle in your eye. Are you looking, or you have somebody? There's something going on here.
I would say both.
Wait, you looking and you have somebody?
I have my eye on something.
Oh.
And then, okay, let me ask you a
Wait,
question.
no.
We both interviewing.
Okay.
Sheryl and her interviewing, she's good at it, which makes sense. It's her day-to-day job, getting guests to open up about almost anything on The Talk, now in its 15th season.
Which of these boys could have gotten a date with you back then? Which one?
Well, I don't know if any of them would date me.
And this was Joe's Manganello initial, but now he's gone, so my new... So what did you do?
And every now and then, as you've noticed here, Sheryl stands out. One reason why, how she handles moments that go off the rails.
The best day? Tongue kissing John Stamos. Listen, get me on camera right there. Let me tell you what happened. So they wanted to do this game where who knows John Stamos better.
You tongue kissed him on the show?
And because I won. And when you win, you get the kiss. I was like, you don't want none of this.
Her stories about the show, one thing. How she landed the job is another. Sherry got to the point where she was trying to reach new goals, but nothing was panning out.
When I was on the set of Beauty Shop with Sherry Shepherd,
Right.
and I just walked in her trailer one day, and I just fell on my knees and I cried, and she said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I can't keep doing this. I'm tired. If they don't want me to do this, I got to figure out something else, but I can't keep going up the bat." And we prayed. And she prayed for me. I got a phone call that I was ignoring. I didn't believe it was someone calling me from CBS. I thought Steve and Cedric and Chris Tucker and Kevin Hart and them was playing on my phone.
Oh,
so I was
wow.
cursing people out. So I'm playing on my phone, pretending to be somebody calling me from CBS. Steve was the only person that said, it might be CBS, call them back. So I called back. They said, "Can you come to a meeting?" I thought I was coming to a general meeting. Who would have thought Sheryl from Def Comedy Jam would be on the #1 network, one of the most conservative networks, CBS, on The Talk? Julie Chen Moonves, Aisha Tyler, Sharon Osbourne,
Some of the greatest.
Sarah Gilbert, the
Yeah.
Dream Team 5.
Yeah.
I never thought I would be a talk show host.
As fate would have it, Sheryl's next meetings were major.
We're talking politics and sex and everything.
And you don't know what this meeting is at all.
No, I don't. I have no idea what it's for. I'm just having a good time. Then they asked me to go meet Julie Chen Moonves
Oh, my
and
goodness.
Sarah Gilbert. I said, the girl from Big Brother and the girl from Roseanne.
Right.
Sure. So we're in there laughing and talking. And when we meet, and I turn to them and I go, "I feel I'm talking too loud. It's time for me to go." And I walked out of there and they asked me to go to breakfast with Sheryl.
Okay.
I never met Sheryl. I said, Ozzy wife? Sure. And I think she's absolutely fabulous. When I met her, she threw up on me at the Polo Lounge. She's told this story before.
I'm sorry, she did what?
She threw up on me.
We're keeping this thing on track, okay? Sheryl got the job and has been killing it since 2011. Wrapping up 2024, The Talk will be ending its 15-season run. Sheryl credits her success to her upbringing.
So when you went into the world of comedy that is dominated by men, what made you jump into that ship?
My father, I'm my mother's daughter and my father's son.
Okay.
I'm his firstborn, so he raised me as his son, but not as a man. I was still a girl.
Right, I got you.
And he loved, oh my God, my father
He gave you the chops.
He instilled in me a confidence. You are beautiful, you are smart. Why? Because you daddy's baby. So everything I am and everything you see of me is from my father. My father told me, your brain is made by the same God that made other successful people's brain. So I went to college. When I went into the military, I knew how to make people laugh. When we had downtime, you had to entertain.
So you always have been a comic, even before you became one in a career sense.
I always wanted to be in the entertainment business.
What many people may not know is Sheryl was once married, but sadly lost her husband.
My husband decided that I think because of his mental state, he did not want to be on earth anymore. But that didn't mean I didn't love him and was not in love with him. I believe it's the greatest love story ever told, but I had to thank God for the time I had with him.
Despite the grief of becoming a widow, we rarely see Sheryl without her trademark smile, which reflects her positive outlook on life. She is the sole caregiver of her sister.
I knew when I was a little girl, my sister couldn't read, write, or talk. She's disabled, but that unconditional love that I was getting from her, that's where I knew love could be had. I'm still young enough to work.
And you want to. And you want to stay working.
Absolutely. And for me, taking care of my sister, I'm a regular working single parent.
Sheryl's career has exceeded her expectations, being one of the faces of such a successful talk show.
How do you feel about it ending?
It's bittersweet. I believe that we've secured our legacy in TV. To stand on stage, not just to host a daytime Emmys, but to win an Emmy, right? You can't take that away from any of us. And then on this next journey, wherever it may be, I feel I've made CBS proud of what I know how to do.
Perhaps The Talk has sparked ideas for her next move.
Next on CBS. Check it out on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
It's the adult version on Paramount Plus. It's the Sheryl Underwood varieties.
Stay tuned, because who knows what's next. For me, I hope for Sheryl, it's a wedding.
So any man that wants to date me understands.
We're back to the man.
I'm very fascinated by Latin men. You speak Spanish? Yes, he guapo. He handsome. He's the guy that put my mic on with the other guy. Do you have any children?
He's been grinning.
One?
You are a breath of fresh air.
Really?
You are.
Thank you. That's sweet.